Okay, I'm here with Emery Taylor, lab tech for San Diego City College. Now, you're actually a former student at City College.
Yeah,
How
the
did
one.
City College prepare you in your career and what you do in music?
So I took courses with Bob Coughlin, Robert Coughlin, and Mike Esbar. And through my time here at City College, there was many opportunities to take it further. And they, at some point during my time here, they needed somebody to kind of step up and help out in the studio. So I actually helped kind of design it. I put in and installed some of the gear here on and the wall panels and everything as well, and just kind of dove into engineering.
Would you say City College for sure helped you prepare, like taking career to that next level?
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, I took, as far as education wise, on class class wise, right? The education that was provided to me by the school was actually very useful, and I feel more prepared, um, more than ever now.
Yeah, like you were talking about, you actually also ended up going to this other school, right?
Yeah,
Um, what was that school?
the Conservatory of
Yeah.
Recording Arts and Sciences.
How would you compare the program we have here at City to that?
Well, this one's more. They give you more free range to be creative. We also train in DAWs, the DAWs of music programs, basically that um, help you get into creative processes, whether it be music production or the bases of engineering. And then with Crass, it was they did less of the music production and more of the engineering side. However, they did do both and music law and all that as well. Yeah.
Now, once you leave City, where did you go in the music industry after this?
So I freelanced for a while. I went to many studios, mostly Arizona and Nevada, and I was freelancing out of there for a while. And I also did an internship here in San Diego with several of the studios, the local studios, and ended up landing a position at one of the studios here, which I'm currently working as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, having started at City, what does it mean for you to be back at City this time as a lab tech, as an instructor, sort of as like a mentor?
Um, it's really weird at first because I have my own memories and friends and everything that I went through at this program, but at the same time, it was all good vibes, all great, people, and so being back here, I'm able to have that positive energy and just be around to help this program grow and help students. Obviously, that's the main priority here is to help them figure out what they want to do and dive deep into to whatever environment they're looking to get into as a career path or extending education if they go that route. There's a lot of mix.
Yeah, so you're getting into that, right? You actually, what would be your goal here at City as an instructor?
My goal here is to just make sure that all of you feel comfortable, prepared for whatever endeavors that come your way in life after leaving this campus, and you should feel fully prepared to just take on, conquer. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking about that, yeah, we circle back on how City prepared you. When you were working in the industry, right? What would you say was the main thing City taught you?
Um, well, responsibility is definitely a key there because you have to show up super early and be on time, but on time is early in this career. And the education, definitely. Like I can't stress that enough about the science classes, the history classes, the math, like the core classes that you take here. Some of those teachers taught me valuable lessons, even when it wasn't in regards to the course that I was taking. I was learning life lessons in other ways. Like they work magic here.
Now, when you're deciding what you want to do, what led you to City College?
Well, so I was actually hired at the conservatory for a while, but I had my own personal uh, reasons of coming back. Um, Mainly, I mean, this is home to me. This will always be home. Anytime I've ever put in effort and gave love to this city, it's given it right back to me. So I'm down for this city, down to ride with the city, and giving back to it is it's a good feeling. It is. So when I was talking to Coslin, he had mentioned having a position open, and I immediately took it because like yes, like you know,
Yeah. Now, just about your career in general. Like, how long have you been working in the music industry?
uh, um, professionally maybe roughly about 8 years. Yeah.
Okay. And what type of artists have you worked with? What genre do you usually specialize in? All
So I've worked with a lot of well-known artists. I'm gonna say I didn't necessarily get permission to name drop, so I'll list you some of the local ones that are up there. Dago Fats is one of them. Distressor is a shoegaze band. I love them. Um, I've worked with some reggae artists that are coming out. They're still um, working on their masters right now, but it's in the works. I've done every type of genre, all the weird things, from voiceovers, commercials, hip hop, like I said, reggae, punk bands, metalcore, you name it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the program here at City is like super versatile. You don't just do music; they do like video games, soundtracks, like you said, voiceover, radio.
Yeah,
So would you say City's definitely a spot where you can come and sort of learn it all?
absolutely. And in fact, I when I went to school here, I had an opportunity to do some producing, some music production for Comic Con, and it was actually through one of the other professors that was here, and that was really cool. And I was not expecting, to go that far, but it just shows you how the connections run deep in here. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, like you were saying, like because of you being a student here, you were able to pivot and like come back here.
yeah.
So like, what would you say is the main thing you're wanting to teach students from all your time working after leaving City first time?
I want them to understand music in every little detail possible so that when they go out in the world and they're dealing with music wherever they go, they have it they're able to think about what they're doing, what they're using, and have a plan kind of running through their head. As an engineer, like my head is constantly running through all sorts of things, from polar patterns to what type of microphones to what type of sound that the artist may be going, or the client may be working on. That's just some of it, I've made a few thousand off of music production, just writing music for clients. It's all possible, and I hope that when they go out there, they can have that same type of mindset. Is really, yeah.
Yeah, speaking about that, well, who were like the professors and people that sort of influenced you and guided you while you're at City, and do you sort of hope to become that for the next generation coming up?
Oh, I gotta shout out Coslin. Coslin, Mike Esbar, obviously, definitely. He's got a. I love both of them. Let's see, Rick Wilkinson. He does the mics, the builder mics here. He was a major influence as well. Coslin and I connected with him, and then I worked with him for a little bit on his mics and did some events. Great guy. Who else? I'm sitting here trying to think of name drops. Oh gosh, forgive me if I forget. I'm gonna do a shout out to Tim Grenier. Tim, what's up, dude? um, uh, Jordan has been a great help in this program. As far as let me think, influences. Who else? I was drawing a blank now.
Yeah. Now, what did they teach you that you want
Oh,
to keep going, push forward to the next people coming up through the program?
right. Shout out to AC. AC, what's up, dude? I don't forget you, AC. And he's a good one. He's been in this industry too, so take what he says seriously. He actually did one of the first times that I had class with him. He did like a cable wrap sort of test, and he had all these students. He would time them and see how long they could fold the cables. And man, just so many good minds here. So many good professors here for you guys to learn from. Um, anyway, what was the other question?
How do you take what they taught you and kind of sort of like re-give it back?
So through real world experiences and the education, the information that they had given me, you just kind of it just kind of pops into my head every once in a while of certain things like for example that polar patterns I was talking about, or like the difference between like TS cable or TRS cables or XLRs and core inches in general. Like all of that was taught and applied. So yeah.
Have you seen the program improve from when you were here at City as a student to now being an instructor?
Yeah. It actually there's some major improvements. They're constantly working on improvements with this program. They want it to be the best. Honestly, there's no other word for it. They want this program to be the best. They want to show San Diego, music is here. It's not going anywhere. Uh, all the arts here, same thing. It's here. It's not going anywhere, and we're like a train just pushing through full force.
Yeah. So starting back to like your background, when did you decide um, that you wanted to pursue music, and how that led you to City College, like when you were a student originally?
Um, when I was a kid, that's when and it all starts like that, right? You hear something on the radio or something that just sparks your interest, and you're like, oh wow. And I was so obsessed with music growing up. It just destined, at that point to get in this career. I've had people my whole life tell me, "Oh, we know where you're gonna end up," and they were all right. Every one of them was dead on. So um, yeah, it all starts from just little things like that. Or I know people that have, they went to a live show and they saw someone on a mixer and was like, hey, that looks cool. Or someone in the film industry holding, a boom mic or something. And they're like, wow, like that looks cool. Or one of the bags with the EQs in it. And they're like, hey, that looks cool.
So when you first joined the program, where would you say your skill level was going in, and then coming out?
Hmm. Like on a number scale.
Yeah, or you feel.
I like 1 through 10. I came in probably about a 4ish. I knew some things. I knew of some big companies like SSL, Neve, API. Those are big names for music, and I was already experimenting with products from them. But here it was like another couple numbers went up, right, and then going to crowds, another couple numbers, and now I'm like just fully confident in it, and just doing my thing.
So real quick, you said you also taught was it Logic Pro, right, or was it the Conservatory of Conserving Arts and Sciences, right?
Yeah, I taught the
What
conservatory.
do you prefer the teaching styles? You teaching there versus you teaching here?
Versus here. So over there, it's mostly is it dominantly engineering. So I did a lot of setup. I did a lot of behind the scenes for some legendary guys, for engineering that have done, 3 6 Mafia and Wiz Khalifa and Fleetwood Mac and movies such as like The Ring, and I was with those guys. And so my job was basically I would help them and in any way possible guide the students, kind of in a way kind of what I do here, but over there it was just a little differently because of their rules and regulations and their expectations for the program. So it was a little stricter, but um, since I've been here, I have been trying to uh, put as much of that to use and teach students here as much as that and the etiquette as much as possible, like such as cable wrapping or, like I said, be on time, or, you know,
Like you were saying, you said you felt like at home here. How would you compare the environments and the community from like other places you've been at to here?
it's California, man. This is, we're a different breed out here. um, Laid back, but also very intelligent. There's some very smart and very intelligent people with that laid back vibe, and as long as you do what you're supposed to, everything's cool. And other places, I I mean, if you want the truth, they didn't really value education in other places. They didn't value your experience in other places. It was kind of mind blowing, when almost a culture shock when I had just left to go other places. As far as studios, um, that is still very universal. Everything that they expected from me was what they would have expected anywhere else.
So, like you said, going back, you say you were prepared here to, go off to the world and keep working.
Yeah, so when I come across those type of struggles, like in places where they don't value the same core that we do, um, I just try to ignore it and think as much as possible outside the box on how to survive and how to move forward and go around that, and just understand that we're all human. We all have our own things going on, and just work with what I had.
Yeah. Real quick, what was you said you were also planning on like doing like your own curriculum and your own thing, right? Will you take that here to City College to the students here, right?
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be anything that I'm working on right now is dedicated to this program. So it's a lot of behind the scenes as well, but it's coming. Some big things are coming, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, talk about that. Yeah, because you were saying like all the people that led you and inspired you. How does it feel, sort of being on the other end now? Like now you're looking. Now you're the like Professor Espar to some people. You're the AC to some people.
I mean, it's a little weird, but at the same time, we're all here to do the same things. So you just put it aside. Like this is not a place for ego. It's not a place for any of that. Like we appreciate your skills. We appreciate things like that. And but from there, it's utilizing it for those students to pass it on as a torch to them. Like give them what I know.
Yeah, like you're talking about the connections. Like I feel like here there's like a community.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants to see everybody succeed.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's no ego.
No.
Yeah. Lastly, what you got? Like, what are you working on yourself now? Like, what are you trying to do in the future, personally, musically, here, instructor, all that?
Well, so outside of here, I still work. I'm an active engineer, so I do sessions with artists that I cannot name right now because I didn't get permission, but you can already tell where that's going. Um, yes, and as far as here, um, yeah, we are building up this studio to make it bigger and better as we go. I plan on honestly giving certifications on this console behind me, doing tests for people that are willing to take it, and just anything like that where we can just boost the school, boost the program, and just show like, hey, we're here and we're doing stuff, and these kids, like, they're gonna get certified on things, and they're gonna get Pro Tools certs and their degrees and everything, and yeah, glad to see it, honestly, just being here.
Would you say that the programming, like music club and all that, is all connected? Would you say it's very like open to beginners and stuff?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't really know anything and you just are curious about it, or it doesn't matter if you're in video or even dance. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all connected. It's all art, and um, we link together and we communicate together. Even the teachers, they communicate together, and they're trying to make projects for you guys to do collabs. So that it just shows you how similar everything is in that aspect.
Yeah, so we said like City taught you to use everything, all of that. You're doing it for the next people, right? lastly, again, just want to talk about what do you want to do, plan on, like what would be success for you as an instructor?
uh, I I like hearing students feedback. I like hearing because they'll be straight up honest. You know, they'll be like, oh, I didn't really understand that, or I get a lot of positive feedback. You know, like, oh, you just made my day. You know, I was taught things today I didn't even know that I needed to know, and I love hearing that. It's a really good feeling, and it just that's all I need to know that I'm doing my job right. You know.
Just feel sort of kind of full circle that you're back here like where it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it mean for you to be back home?
Home. This my city, man. Like.
Yeah. Lastly, anything else you want to mention before we wrap up here?
mm, um, read the manuals. No. Just you can do anything in this life if you put enough effort into it. Don't if someone tells you no, you know I've been told my whole life, oh you're not gonna that's not gonna happen. This blah. I've done it all. I did everything they said I couldn't, and you know it just having that experience. I know that other people can have that same experience. So just do what you know. Just keep pushing.
Yeah. All right. Emery Taylor, San Diego Music Club, San Diego City College. Thanks for taking the time out to speak to us, man. Appreciate
Yeah, man.
it.